Hello everybody, Calamity here, second time trying to make this video now, and today we're looking at the most selling banners in the China market. Now keep in mind when looking at these numbers, this only includes the iOS revenue in the Chinese market for Genshin Impact, does not include global sales, console sales, or PC sales. That being said, the highest selling banner is already Nahida and Yoimiya's rerun. I'm sure it's mostly Nahida, let's be honest. Topping off the charts in less than 24 hours after its release, beating the Venti rerun with over $5 million. That is crazy. I'm sure by the end of the banner, it will be closer to, 6 million, maybe even 7 or 8 million after a few more days or a few more weeks, I should say. It is crazy, but at the same time, it's not really unexpected. We got to test out Nahida yesterday in the character trial, and she's gonna be perfect for you because if you're a hardcore player and you really like the combat, you like to do Spiral Abyss, you like to make a bunch of different teams, she's great for that. She can work with a bunch of different characters, and I'm sure there's gonna be some interesting ones that we're gonna see in the upcoming weeks as more people build her. And for the casual players, she has the ability to farm materials at a distance. So I'm sure for a lot of mobile players, climbing up, like cliffs and mountains just to gather all these different flowers and other materials to level up characters can be really annoying and tedious. I'm sure it just saves so much time. That's why so many people would want to have her even if you don't plan to use her for combat purposes. I'm really surprised at Venti's rerun. Now, this is something I have to critique about these stats is when it says rerun, I don't what was the date of this rerun? Was it the second rerun? I'm guessing when it was just Venti, because I don't even remember when that was. But nonetheless, I'm still surprised that Venti is in second place as the highest selling banner. At least on the China market for mobile players. Really, really surprising there. And then of course we have some really high ones that aren't really surprising to me. Like we have Yelan up here, we have Raiden Shogun up here, we have Tignari. Sinnoh is a little bit surprising to me, honestly, because I thought he was just an okay character, but hey, a lot of people like him. Ayato and Venti is the third most selling one as well. That's also another surprise. I'm just surprised at how high Venti is on these sales. Even on reruns, he's up here. But another thing about these stats is I would love for the bars to be split, so you can see just how much more people are pulling for one character to compare to the other. Obviously with Nahida and Yoimiya, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised if we were to see that Nahida is the majority of the sales there and Yoimiya being a small portion of it. Same with Ayato and Venti, or Yelan and Zhao. I really think it's more just people pulling for Yelan or pulling for Ayato. Same with Sinnoh and Venti. I'm sure it was mostly Sinnoh, but I'm very curious to see the amount of people that are pulling for Venti, considering he's up here a lot. This is actually isn't the full picture, by the way. I kind of zoomed in. The reason I'm making this video again is because this picture is actually kind of small, and I don't know how well you guys can even see those numbers right now. You might even have to zoom in even more. Let me do that for you right now live, so you guys can actually see the numbers a bit clearer, hopefully. If we go all the way to the bottom, this one makes me laugh. And I don't mean to disrespect the character, but Nilo and Albedo's rerun, the banner we just had before Nahida's, is down here as the second lowest selling banner on this list. And I just find it funny because someone posted on a video that I made about Nilo a while back, saying that VTubers shouldn't have an opinion, or this is why VTubers shouldn't have an opinion because Nilo is gonna have one of the highest selling banners or something like that. I mean, I'm sure this number is a bit higher when you factor in global sales, sure. But I mean, I think that speaks a lot of how well Nilo did. And it's not because she's a terrible character or anything like that. It's because they did her banner right before Nahida's, which is probably a big factor. I mean, look at Yoimiya's first banner. She's also down here, and that was before Raiden Shogun, so I'm sure we're sort of seeing history repeat itself once again. Now, I'm sure when they do a rerun of Nilo, her sales will be a bit higher now that we have Nahida, but it's just an unfortunate timing. And I already discussed about her kit, you know, being so limited with the amount of Dendros in the game. So by the time her rerun rolls around, we should have more Dendros and more options for her teams. And I think then we'll see a much higher sales numbers for her. Something else that I pointed out is that Arataki Ito isn't on here at all. Isn't that crazy? I thought I was tripping, but I did like you know, a full-scale sweep in case I was going blind here. He is nowhere to be found on any of these numbers. Like, does that mean he's just like all of his banners, including his reruns, sell less than $1 million? Because if so, that's crazy. Like, he's a good character, and I actually like his personality, and he's not even on here. I actually thought he was more popular because he's had a rerun. He's been in a bunch of events and story quests. Like, I guess people in China just don't like him. A bit unfortunate there. And then another thing I also like to look at is Kazuha also having a really low selling banner initially, but then when you look at his rerun, almost triple the sales. I believe it's because everyone underestimated how good he was. Shenhe is also pretty low, but I feel like if she were to have another rerun, she would definitely have higher sales because she is in one or two of the more popular teams used in Spiral Abyss in the China servers or the Asia servers. So I feel like now that people understand her and what teams to use her on, more people are likely to pull for her. It's also kind of sad to see that both Yoimiya and Klee, both on their debut banner and then their rerun banner, didn't really sell that much more. Like, yeah, okay, Yoimiya did, you know, got a little bit more money. Hu Tao here dominating the sales. Kazuha and Klee is up here, and Nahida and Yoimiya is up here though. But again, I highly doubt this. Like, again, if we could see the split, you would see definitely more Nahida pullers than Yoimiya, and then for Kazuha, definitely more Kazuha than Klee. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this short video. Is there any of the stats on this list that are surprising to you? To me, it's just the amount of Venti that's up here. I thought I would see a little bit more Child or Tartaglia, but he's down here. He's also on some reruns though. But yeah, is there any surprises to this list for you? Let me know in the comments down below. And that's gonna wrap it up for this short vid. Hope you guys are enjoying 3.2. See you in the next video.